Hello and happy new year. I totally miss talking to everybody and giving you a wonderful show and also just everything that we do here at A Better Chance for You Futures Incorporated. So, we have a very busy January. If you have not heard, we have a selfie pop-up shop that will be happening on January 22nd, which is a part of Dream Week. So, the other thing that we have going on is I'm looking for some scholars. I'm looking for some young people between the ages of 12 to 18 that can come on here and sit on the panel and talk about it with me. I want to know the youth issues that you're facing. So if you're interested, please reach out on our website, which is www.abcyoutfuturesincorporated. Incorporated. I know it was a lot, but I'll put the link in the chat or just send me an inbox. So today we have a wonderful guest. We sat and talked for like an hour. I mean, I kind of feel like I know her, but I really don't. I guess it's that Midwest vibe we have. But I have truly enjoyed learning about her. So I am going to welcome today to the show. I'm going to welcome Miss Rae Lee. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I am good. Oh, we got somebody. Hey, Happy New Year, Mr. Brown. Good to see you still watching and you
Happy
still
New
with us.
Year.
So, how are you doing today?
I am doing really well. Thanks so much for inviting me. I'm so excited. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. So, we hear that you have this super amazing product. But before, how about you just introduce yourself, tell us where you are from, tell us about your journey to success, and then I want to hear about this book because I read at it, but I want to hear it from the source.
Okay, excellent. All right. So my name is Rae Lee. I'm a children's author and a writer, and I love writing. So my journey to success, honestly, I'm from Illinois. That'd be helpful. I'm from Illinois, and it's a bit cold here. Um, but honestly, my journey to success, it's been one of those things where I love reading, I love writing, I love learning, and everything that I love about it. I always thought, like, is this something that's eventually going to obviously, make a can I get, can I afford to live off writing? And so I didn't think so much about that in my early 20s. I love writing always. What happened was I ended up writing little things along the way, and I really enjoyed it, but I pursued so many other interests that honestly, everything just brought me back to writing every single time. And then I wrote
Wow.
this wonderful book. So yeah.
That is simply amazing. Yes, the book is wonderful. I have two young nephews that I probably will be purchasing the book for. Yes, because I seen the title. I was like, oh yeah, they'll definitely love that. So, what else? Like, was it a teacher that inspired your writing?
Honestly, I would say maybe it was a couple teachers too.
Awesome.
I love words. I love what words can do in a story and how they
Mhm.
connect people and how they connect stories together. I love that. And so I remember writing a paper when I was in high school, and this teacher told me that she said we could pick any topic we want, any topic. And so I chose to write about snakes, right?
Oh wow.
I like snakes. I mean, I like them. They're very interesting. And so I turned the paper in, and she said, that was a really great paper, but you're gonna get a D. And I was like, what? She said, because you did not write to your potential. You could have written about something that was impactful, something that mattered. You wrote about snakes. So this is a D that you're going to get. So she said I should have written about
Oh.
maybe women's suffrage. So yeah, so I got a D on a paper. She even said it was an A paper. Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, she was definitely one of the people that inspired me. She really was, honestly. And I just love, like, words, and So I spend a lot of my times in libraries, at museums, and reading just opened me up to so many things.
That's good. That's really good. So, how many publications do you have?
So officially, this is my first one. Okay, I know, right? So I'm beyond excited. But I do have other ones kind of in the wings, ready to go.
Okay.
So yeah, you'll be hearing a lot more from Rae Lee for sure.
Awesome sauce. He said you have more in the work. That's what I like to hear. You have things on the way and things happening.
That's right, absolutely.
So, what is the name of this prize book? I'm speaking into existence. This prize book that you have.
Woo. It's called
I,
Big Truck, Big Truck. It's an amazing, amazing book. So yeah, Big Truck, Big Truck. Honestly, it's fun, it's educational, and it teaches children the importance of trucks in our community and how they impact the economy. And so I wanted it to be a fun, educational, but something they would love to have at home in their collection. So yeah, Big Truck, Big Truck.
awesome, awesome. While I have you on there, I'm doing like things behind the scene. It's kind of hard to.
That's
Could
okay.
you read us an excerpt from the book? Like this is exclusive.
Oh, okay, absolutely. Let me find something to make up. All right. I'm gonna try and read it like that. So, all right. Big Truck goes to grocery stores where you can buy foods like milk, fruit, and vegetables. I'm not even sure I have that right. Okay, fruit and vegetables. And so I asked, like, what kind of stores do you like? What do you buy when you go to the store? So that's kind of how the book goes because I wanted them to start thinking about when they see a truck, what's in that truck? What is it pulling? What is it hauling? What store is it going to? And then I wanted them to think about when they're at the store, what stores do they go to and what do they purchase when they go to the store? What stores do they like? So I wanted them to just really start thinking about how important trucks are and what we get off of those trucks that goes into the stores. And it's really just about everything, you know?
Awesome. So, do you see yourself writing more books that is along the lines of things that help the community and also are teaching our young people about the different unique things that are within their community?
Absolutely. I think that anything that I write, it has to be things that are going to be engaging, impactful, and to get kids to start thinking outside of what they know, and
That's
what's
good.
comfortable. So that's more of what along the lines that I like to write. I want kids to really not just say, "Oh, this is a good book," and say, "Oh, this is Big Truck, Big Truck." Great, that's wonderful. But what did you learn? Because when they finish, they're gonna say, "Big Truck, Big Truck, where are you going?" And that's exactly the name of the book, where are you going part actually. And so I want them to remember that they read something that's going to be with them long term, and it was helpful.
Awesome. So I like that. What would you say would be the most challenging thing as you are trying to market your prized possession and trying to network with different people? What would you say is the most challenging experience that you face?
Let me see. I would say not sure if I was going to be able to I guess it's my product. It's my baby, if you will. It's mine,
Hmm.
but you're not sure if it's going to be able to everybody's going to be able to embrace it, right? Like, is it
Hmm.
something that they can use for their kid, whether it's at home, at school, at daycare? I wanted it to be everywhere. I think what was most challenging is making sure I found the space where my book was going to be most appreciated and made aware of in the communities.
Okay, you have a question from Mr. Brown. Where are you going after this book? Where are
All
you
right,
going
Mr.
after
Brown. Let me tell you, Anthony, I love the fact that I wrote this book, but it is opening up so much more because I want it to eventually become a workshop, right? I want to do a little bit more and make it interactive. Once I know we're in the time of COVID, but I wanted
this?
to make sure that we get into the schools, and I want it to be interactive. I want to go into schools and talk about, and maybe bring a farmer, bring a firefighter, and people, a truck driver, and talk about what they do, as it relates to trucks and how important the trucks are that they drive and how they help the community. I'm also currently working on music to the book, so I can't wait for that. Yeah, so that's where we're going right now with the book.
Awesome. Now you got my interest because I love music. Like, I mean, I love to sing. I love all genres of music. So how are you going to incorporate that? That would be like really exciting to see.
So it's basically pretty much loosely based on like most of the wording in the book, but I wanted it to be fun and something definitely catchy, but just mostly educational, because that is what's going to get kids to want to pick up that book, my book, somebody else's book. I want them to like think about when they hear that song, they're gonna start thinking more about trucks. They're gonna think about logistics, stuff that kids at 3 and 4 are not necessarily thinking about. But I want them to think about that because that's part of our economy.
That's true. Very, very true. So you brought that up, and I know you like she did not tell me about this question. So how do you feel? Like I know it's a lot in the news about critical race theory and things that they feel are culturally relevant for our scholars. Like, what is your take on that as an African American author?
All right. So I think that just make sure I answer the question. Repeat it. Just make sure. Repeat it again. Just make sure I'm good. Just want to make sure.
What is your take, as a lot of authors and books are being challenged
Hmm.
due to this?
Yes.
What is your take on it as an author? Do you feel like you're gonna like have to walk on eggshells while you're writing, or do you feel like, hey, I'm gonna express myself regardless? It doesn't matter to me.
Well, and you know what? That's the thing. Like, I'm going to express myself regardless. I think that it's important to make sure that, when we're reading books, we're reading to learn, to comprehend. Um, absolutely, race is absolutely important because unfortunately, there are a lot of races who don't see themselves in books, right? I think it's important that they do see themselves in books and know that, hey, it is a possibility that I can become an author for my community, right? And also just for the world, for whatever platform they want to have. I think I'm going to write whatever I want to write because I'm sharing myself with the world, and I'm okay with that. So I don't think we should just say that it's not okay to write about your personal experience or write about who you are in your community or your community that looks like you. That's okay. I mean, I'm not going to get bogged down with it. Absolutely not.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I totally get that. I mean, and like I told you before, I get in good trouble all the time, so it matters not anything like that. But as an author, you're gonna face those. I mean, but you Midwest, so we do what we do.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, not once in my life when I was, going to the library, going to the museums and things like that, never once that I was like, oh, well, this doesn't. Yeah, I noticed, but the information, to me, it's deeper than that. The information, and it's like
Hmm.
it doesn't matter if I'm a black author. Like your kids should read my book.
True, that's very true. I
Your
mean,
kids
but
I want kids in our communities to know that, hey, a black author wrote this, and that's okay. Appreciate it, embrace it.
do you feel like those times have changed?
Are have they changed or are they changing?
Are they, well, I guess I would say kind of like both. I mean, when we were younger, we had those African American old school teachers that made sure we were going to read Paul Dunbar, or made sure we would know about Eloise Greenfield or any type of author from that genre. Like we were going to know. Now, people are so scared of what would happen if they did expose people to that type of the type of reading or that type of anything?
Honestly, that responsibility, I think overall it lies with parents.
Hmm.
Honestly, we can, definitely say, definitely teachers, they can open us up to a lot of that, but it honestly starts at home. You
It's
have
true.
to introduce those things to your children at home, and
Very, very true.
that way they'll be more receptive as they get out into the world. They'll know more, they'll understand more, and that we, me, it's always, hey, let's put a little bit more responsibility back on, where it started, where it should start at.
That's true. That's true. I can totally agree that it lies on the parent. And I always tell parents, even in dealing with in my own organization, is if our kids don't know where they come from, how do they know where they're going?
Very good point. Very
So
good point.
I can agree with you there on that one. But how do you? I know you said you had a love for reading very young.
Mhm.
And as you have a very unique book, like I read the comments of the book, I've done a little homework, but not probably a lot, but I did do a little bit of homework. Like, how can you get young people to be just excited about trucks? And because I was like, this is unique. I mean, my nephews, you probably hear me talk about them a lot. They are unique beings.
Right.
They love trucks. They love little green army men that I learned over Christmas break. But so, how do you get them like grasp? Like the illustrations are beautiful. I love it. Like I totally love that. And if
Well,
you're watching late, this is Miss Rae Lee. She has a beautiful, wonderful book. And it's not, yes, there you go, there she go, big truck, big truck, and is really, really nicely illustrated. Several times you see books that are usually centered towards girls. But this one here is totally for little boys. Was for both, but
it's for kids. It's
it's for
absolutely,
kids. Let me say it that way.
yeah, it's for
For
children.
kids, and it's wonderfully illustrated. The words are easy enough,
Hmm.
and I said I'm going to purchase one of them because I know that my nephews would have a field day. I had to get them separate books because I don't want them to, you know,
Exactly. Right. I
have
love
those
it. I love it.
territorial issues.
I love it. I love it.
So where do you see yourself? Like we already said where you want to go after this book. Um, and we talked a little bit off air about what direction you want to go as yourself. Like me, every year, and I know we didn't discuss this. Every year, I write 5 major goals that I
Okay.
want to do for myself, and then I write 5 major goals I want to do as my organization. And you're like, oh God. um, where do you see yourself? Like, I know you're not just gonna stop at one book, and I know there's other things that you want to do is in you.
Yes, absolutely. There are so many other things. So I know we are probably going to get to how I end up writing this book. So,
Yes.
all right. So I do plan on writing more books, more children books. I have quite a few of them that I'm actually going to hopefully get published this year. I want to get at least two possibly published. If not, we'll do one. Get that published, and then move on to more of, maybe even consider doing a podcast. I know we talked about that earlier, Monique, because I want to get more, like I said, get more authors out that have books and people don't know much about them. Whether, especially in the African American community, there are a lot of great books. I've met a lot of great authors, and I want to have not just children authors. Because I'm a writer. I love writing. You know, so I want to possibly do a podcast and things like that. So
Awesome. So podcast, what type of podcast? This, I'm intrigued because this is a space that has been really unique to me. And it actually enhanced our organizations also because some days we have those political podcasts where we just go ham. Sometimes we have our advocacy podcast where we're like strong HBCU. And then Sundays I like because we get a chance to share and show um, African American success, whether it's in women, whether it's in any field.
Absolutely.
And so I like Sundays because I'm like, okay, I can be laid back, I can be nice, I don't have to be this tyrant educator that's mad because of, that's a whole different person. But but I get excited on Sundays because, like you said, this has always been your passion, and it's not your end all be all. So I love it. Any way we can support here, whether it's sharing something, whether it's posting your book. And as I mentioned, if you are late, like, share, comment. She does have links. I will put the links in the chat. So that way, if you are interested in purchasing a book, which you should, how much is the book, by the way? I didn't even ask. I'm up here volunteering to buy stuff.
Hey, it's 12.99. It's affordable. It's absolutely affordable for helping your child who either starting off reading, who loves reading, or a child who is loving how pictures look. So it's absolutely affordable for all of that. It's 12.99.
Awesome. So I did put the link in the chat. I put the link in the chat. And so if you are interested in supporting Miss Rae Lee, please do. And we talked about this. I know she's like, oh Lord, here we go. We talked about this prior to anyone who know me personally know if I'm winning, my friends are too. And you don't even really have to be a friend. You can be, another African American woman. And to me, we got to cut the nonsense out. It's 2022. If we doing something, pull your sister along too, so she can win as well.
Absolutely.
And we touched on that off air, and I was talking about a wonderful person I met with yesterday, and we just have to, move the stuff out the way, get self out of the way, and help each other.
Absolutely.
And that way we both will win. So, how do you feel about that, Miss Rayleigh?
I think that there's room for everyone at the table. I know we spoke about that. Listen, that table goes on forever. It is infinite, right? And my thing
Yes.
is like there's plenty of seating, and we're all not going to be eating the same thing, but we
Hmm.
all can eat. And my
Right.
thing is this: I'm happy if Monique is next to me eating. I might say, "What you eating, Monique? I don't know if I like that, but you know what? That works for you. You know what I mean? I love
Hmm.
it. I should be more than welcome, more than happy to pass you a napkin and say, "Enjoy your breakfast." You know what I mean? It should be that way.
Exactly.
I think that when people are in a space not sure if they want other people to succeed, or if they have a particular feeling about that person and how they're doing, if they appear to be going upward. My thing is
Hmm.
this: if you're looking upward, that means there's a possibility for you to keep it like that. Keep your head up. Watch someone
Right.
else is going up so you can say, okay, I know I can do this. You know what I mean? Get inspired. I'm
Hmm.
inspired by people, you know? So I don't know
That's
what it looks like not to be inspired by other people. And if I could magically make it happen for everybody, I would. I absolutely would. My goodness.
that a as you sip your tea, that's true. I say that a lot. And I am like, I'm one of those because I don't want anyone to go through what I went through when I was trying to get my nonprofit status, or when I was trying to just even get the business part.
Okay.
And I don't have all the answers, but believe you me, I'll help you find it. So
Absolutely.
but as women in the community, various communities, time out for the crab mentality. Like, we can't keep pulling each other down just to get out the bucket. It's time we lift everybody up and we win together.
Yeah.
So
And you know what, Monique? I'm gonna say this, but there are people they're okay being in a bucket.
hmm.
And it is unfortunate, but there are people. But see, I can't worry about them. Now, if you got
Facts.
your little claw coming up out of there, and as long as it's to connect with me so I can help you pull up, we good. But if your claw is to bring me on back down with you, I can't. I can only encourage you with words and prayer. I can do all that wonderful stuff,
Hmm.
but they have to see their greatness as well. you know?
True.
Listen, I'm all about making sure we are all at the table. But if it
Love it.
but you may not be ready, but it's okay.
Love it. You get that million sales. I'm like, I was at her table.
Right. It was like, Monique, come here, look what we got. Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about, you know?
That's me
Seriously.
all day.
Like anything I can support you on, yeah, I'm definitely gonna come. You know what I mean? If I'm able to, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Hmm.
You should do, I should say. You
You
know?
should, and you should, and that's one of the actually that's on my goal list. That's what I was telling you.
Okay.
You gotta have five. I don't know why it's always five, but for me, it's always been five. Five goals, in all phases of your life, spiritually, education wise, and personal, business
Okay.
wise. And so this year, my goal is just make room at the table for everybody. So if I'm on somewhere and I'm inviting the people to the podcast, this is your time to shine. I'll provide the platform and you get your shine on.
I love
So
it.
I am so grateful that you came and you shared your book.
Yay.
I and you told the book. We got the link in the chat for the book. And I'm excited to see what's next. Like, I'm like, oh gosh, she said she want to do a podcast. Okay, we're gonna help her get there. What
Woo,
you need? Like,
right. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited.
so yes. So do you have any other thing that you would like to say to people that are watching? Actually, let me hold that. If I do it right, I might do it right. I don't know.
Okay, let's see. Let's see.
Might do it right. Let me see. Let me see. Um, I'm gonna let you think about what you want to say. Before, but I do want to. You like, why is she looking this close to the screen? Because I gotta
Okay,
find. I don't
listen,
have
we
an link.
already talked. I'm like, if it's a lot going on, I'm just gonna like look at it. Like, okay, it's all right.
See, I told you I have a lot of fun on here because people are like, we know she can't see half the time. She can't see the comments. She just be hitting it. But anyway, anywho, we're going to go to a short commercial.
Okay.
And as we're on this commercial, I want you to think about where you want to see this podcast, and what else you want to see for your book. And just give your elevator speech about why young people should read this book. So
Okay.
you can think about all that stuff, and we'll come back after this.
All right.
Are you interested in attending an historically black college or university? Hello, my name is Robert Mason. I'm president and founder of the Common Black College application. Our application allows students to apply to over 50 historically black colleges and universities at the same time for only $20. HBCU graduates have been some of the most renowned individuals in their respective fields since the late 1800s. In addition to that, our faculty and staff are truly committed to your success, and they have a vested interest in seeing that you do well. That, coupled with the academic rigor and the fact that you will establish lifelong relationships, are just some of the many benefits of your attending an historically black college or university. So if you're interested in completing the Common Black College app, visit our website at commonblackcollegeapp.com to apply now. Thank you, and get educated.
All righty. So, oh, I did it good. That was my first. Hey, look, we knew for 2022. I got commercials and stuff. I'm moving up in a minute.
Nice.
You're like, oh Lord, she got the commercials coming in.
Like, this is what's up, Monique.
Hey, we gotta make it do what it do. So, as we are coming to a close, I know I'm sad. I always hate this time of the show. We come to a close. What would you say is your final push to get people to purchase the book? The link is in the chat. Like, share, comment, follow Miss Rae Lee. This is a good book. If the colors are bright, I know I was snooping around. I told you I was snooping around. But so the floor is yours, your final push.
All right. So again, big truck, big truck. Honestly, it is. I say it's fun, it's educational, but it is also an important piece in your home to help kids learn about trucks and get interested in reading. You know, I know that for me, reading is everything. And I think once you give a child an opportunity to read, and that means giving them a book or presenting them with a book, even if they're not strong readers. You have to give the opportunity, and I think that was helpful for me. Someone gave me the opportunity with a book so that I can open my mind. It opens my imagination. So I see Big Truck not just on Amazon. It's currently at Barnes and Noble. It's currently at Books a Million. But as I progress and get all the other great things that's going to be happening with the music and everything like that to it, you're going to see it in your homes. You're going to hear it on television. You remember on this day, what's today? January 9th, 2022 at 6:28 Central Time, I said you're going to hear about Big Truck a whole lot more because it's going to be something that your kids are going to love. Because when they see a truck, they're going to say, Big Truck, where are you going? And you need to ask them, like, where do you think it's going? What is it doing? What is it pulling? What's in the container? Those are questions that you can ask those kids to get them to open up about logistics and talk about ships, and how everything that we get, it gets to us. Talk about all of that stuff. It's just not for girls, it's just not for boys, it's for children who want to read, who want to learn. I think that we have to get excited again about learning. So yeah, big truck, big
Awesome.
truck.
That part. You said we need to get excited about learning. And
Yes.
I I couldn't agree with you more. I think sorry, I had stuff. um
I would have said that had I noticed. I've been like, what?
no, it's not noticeable, but you know how you just feel something. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We live.
Some people will sit there and not say anything. Now, come on now.
Right. Yeah, I don't need those kind of friends. I need friends that gonna tell me, hey girl, you got something, fix that. But it wasn't there. It just felt like it was.
Okay. All right. Well, very good. Very good. Interesting.
But as I was saying, I agree with you. Learning needs to be exciting again. And the discovery of learning, like no matter what age, it the direction of education is going sometimes is heartbreaking because I when I was in the classroom, I used to love to teach. Like my kids loved me and I loved it. Like that was it. Even though I was an out of the box type of teacher, I beat to my own drum, and the kids loved it.
That's beautiful.
Oh, when somebody, I don't know what that is. That somebody's trying to. I guess maybe they was typing and they didn't finish it. But I was just that out of the box type of teacher. Like if we did the Living Wax Museum, we did a HBCU college fair. Like those were the type of projects that I did as a social studies teacher. And it's like that was exciting. You would hear laughter. Like it got to one point where the principal thought something was going on. He ran in there, he thought it was a fight. We in there,
You were excited. Yes.
the kids was excited, but you don't hear that. And I'm I really hope it's some schools listening so they could purchase the book for their scholars because that is something that's important to know what's going on in the community. So I think that is a wonderful idea that's something that you came up with to show them about the trucks. And most kids, because of different cartoons and things, they love to see those things. So I'm excited. I'm proud of it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm so
Yay.
proud
I'm
of you.
happy.
Great platform. Thank you.
Oh, welcome, welcome. And I truly appreciate you coming today. I know I'll probably, I don't know. I think next time I go on a vacation, it might just be 1 week because 2 weeks is like, I'm still on vacation.
That is too funny. Too funny. Too funny.
But I truly appreciate you taking time out to come. If you are watching or late, this is Miss Rae Lee with her wonderful book, Big Truck, Big Truck. Please support her. She said the book is on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, any of those sites where you can purchase books. And for a better chance for you futures, please go to Eventbrite and get your tickets. However, we will be selling tickets at the door. It'll be virtual tickets, but we will be selling tickets at the door for our selfie pop-up shop. Those of you are like, what is a selfie pop-up? I know we come up with these elaborate ideas. It's actually called Smile Your Cares Away. Um, and it is a selfie pop-up museum with representation of things that look like us. So I'm extremely excited. It's in collaboration with A Party Guru, which is another woman-owned, minority woman-owned business here in San Antonio. And we have collaborated with this idea for for the Dream Week season, which is where San Antonio celebrates the Martin Luther King Brotherhood type of thing here. Although we won't have a march, you can come out. We will be practicing our social distancing and everything else, CDC guidelines. Wear your mask, but if you're in a booth, we will have volunteers that will, I'm just the Lysol queen. We'll have every color Lysol you want. But come out and support. So for real. But come out and support. It's something fun, especially if you like to take pictures, you like to take selfies. Please have at it. And that's all I have for you today. So thank you, Miss Rae Lee, again. You came on and you told us about yourself. You told us about your book. The link is in the chat for the book. Please support. Thank you, and see you guys. I believe I'll see y'all next Sunday, but I can't make any promises. I'm still trying to get my schedule together for 2022. But I think I do see you next Sunday. We are about to go into our series of college admissions. So let's give our seniors a big clap. All my seniors are rocking it out. I have some exciting news, so look forward to it in the newsletter. So thank you, Miss Rae Lee. It has been Let's Talk About It Sunday, Journey to Success. And I need to get this book, Big Truck, for my two nephews. So please, link is in the chat. Support our friend.
Thank you.
See, you are welcome.